Right, forward and back leg swings first of all. Keep your hip loose. Try not to let too much movement go through your torso, so all the movement through your hip. Good. We've still got a few people outside, love it. Apparently we're getting another beast from the east next week. Will you still be outside then, I wonder? Change legs. Well done. Good. And then side to side swings. If you haven't got anything to hold on to, keep doing the forward and back swings. It's a bit more difficult to do side to side if you're just doing it freestyle. And then change legs. Done. Good. And then cross body touches. So wide legs, arms outstretched. Keep your legs as straight as you can. And then tap the opposite foot. I think I'm getting, yeah, Wi-Fi's not great. Never mind. Hopefully by next week we'll be sorted out. Good, well done. So while you're doing this, keep your arms stretched wide. If you're struggling to keep your legs straight, you can let them bend a little bit. One more on each side. Good, and then hip circles. We're going to do alternate legs, so hands on your hips, knee up and round. That's it. Keep your core engaged while you're doing it. I discovered this morning that I can't watch myself on the camera and do this. I'm going to stare at the floor. Try and keep your hips pointing forward and bring your knee as high as you can before you bring it round. Well done. And then go the other way. Climbing over the imaginary barbed wire fence. Good. Keep going. One more on each leg. And then hip hike. So keep your hands on your waist and pull one leg up. So you're keeping both legs straight. That's it. We'll go for about 30 seconds on each side. It's quite funny watching you on the camera doing this. It's like a really rubbish dance move. And then change sides. Keep your core braced while you're doing it, it'll help you balance. So just pull your tummy in towards your spine a little bit. Hi Rosie! Good, just do a couple more. And then arm circles. So big arm circles forward. I'm a little bit limited in my range of movement because my ceiling height is quite low in here, but I want you to do this with your arms stretched really wide. So don't, I'm going to have to bend my elbows a little bit, but try not to bend yours. So keep your arms completely straight. I'm expecting in a few weeks' time I'm going to have some interesting scuff marks on the ceiling. Two more. And then arm circles back. Try and stop your shoulders from hunching when you're doing this, so keep your shoulders low. Hopefully you can feel a bit of a stretch across your upper back. And then just do one more. And grab your band. If you haven't got a band, you can use a towel for this. So arms wider than shoulder width apart. Slight tension on the band, so pull it apart a little bit and then above your head. And you're going to pull the band onto your chest and then reach up. keeping tension on the band all the time. We're going to do about 10 pulling the band onto our chest and about 10 onto our back. And then move the band across your shoulders so you're still pulling down. Keep your core engaged while you're doing it. Try not to let your lower back arch. So keep your bum tucked under. Good, well done. 2 more. There's some great crunching going on in my shoulders. Good. Right, next one. Stand in a wide squat position. Put your hands on your knees. I'll show you from the side. And you're going to kind of drop into this. So I'm getting a bit of a stretch across my chest. And then dip. Alternate shoulder down. So think 80s dance move. Don't let your arms bend. Keep your arms completely straight. This is a shoulder mobility exercise. Just push against your knee. That's it. And there's a distinct lack of leotards for this, honestly. It's very disappointing. 1 more on each side. And then stand up, but keep your legs wide apart and then get them a little bit wider apart. Bend your knees. And you're just going to move from side to side. So hands to the floor. Just move your hands on the floor from side to side. Try and get your legs straight as you move as well, just to mobilise your inner thighs. One more to each side. And then slowly stand up. Good. Bent leg walkouts. So stand on the end of your mat, bend your knees, walk out into a straight arm plank, and then bend your knees and stand up. When you stand up, really exaggerate how tall you're standing. That's it, good. Keep going. This one should get your heart rate up. Good, keep going. Lovely, do 2 more. I want you to finish in the straight arm plank position, so stay down for the last one. So walk out, stay in straight arm plank, drop to your knees, and then take 1 foot forward. Opposite hand down, so I've got my left foot forward and my right hand down. I'm going to do some big thoracic rotations. Well done. So try and get as much range of movement as you can. So you're really feeding your arm through and then reaching round as much as you can. Open up your chest as you reach round. Good. And change sides. Off you go. If you can, look at your hands as you reach round, but if that makes you feel dizzy, just keep looking straight down at the floor. Two more. And then roll onto your back. Arms outstretched. So hands at shoulder height, palms down to the floor, feet and knees together. And then roll your knees from side to side. And if that's bringing your opposite shoulder off the floor, just work on pushing it back down. Well done. Keep going. Do 1 more on each side. And then stay on your back. You can sit up if you want to. I'm just going to demonstrate our first exercise. So we're going to do an activation set. 4 exercises. Each one is for 45 seconds with 15 seconds rest. and you need a band for one of them, but I'll show you when we get to that one. So the first exercise, split leg bridge. So you're lying on your back, one leg extended out a little bit, the other leg pulled in towards your bum. So you've got a split stance, but both feet flat to the floor, arms down by your side, and you're going to push your hips up and straight down. But before you lift up again, make sure that your lower back is pushed down and in contact with the floor. And we're going to do 20 seconds on each side. Off you go. So push your hips up, bum down to the ground, make sure your back's on the floor, and then push up again. Make sure that you're not pushing your bum up with your back in that arched position. Keep your core engaged. Good. Keep going. Just going to get a different stopwatch going that I can see more easily. And change sides. So swap your legs around. And go straight away. Well done. Good. One more. And then done. Next exercise, side plank reach. For the first round, I want everyone to do a modified side plank. So leg underneath you, top leg straight, push your hips up. Look along your body, make sure that you're in a straight line from your shoulders, your hips, your knees to your ankles, and they're going to press. So your hands kind of on your shoulder and then reach over. And again, we're doing 20 seconds on each side. Keep your hips pushed up. Well done. Good. And really reach, so stretch your arm out when it's reaching over. One more. Oh, I've gone, I'm back. I don't know how glitchy it looks for you, but it's looking pretty bad for me at the moment. I'll keep talking. So swap sides, push up, and then go. Be aware of what your top hip is doing. Make sure that your top hip doesn't roll back or forward. You want one hip directly on top of the other. Well done, keep going. 5 more seconds. And then you need your band. 2, 1, done. Up you get. So with the band, double it up, step into the band, and you're going to have that above your knees. So you'll need to keep your legs wide apart to stop the band from dropping, and that's the idea. Right, everyone ready? So you'll be walking as if you've sat in a wet patch, basically. Lower down, get as low as you can, core engaged, and then do 3 or 4 steps in one direction, 3 or 4 steps in the other, and stay low. You'll probably feel it in your thighs first of all, and hopefully after a few seconds it will come into your bum as well. Stay as low as you can. Starting to burn a bit. Lovely. 5 seconds. 2, 1, done. Step out of the band, leave it on the floor, and then alternate arm and leg tucks. So you're going to go into all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, extend arm and leg, then tuck, then extend, and then place your hand and knee to the floor. So it's extend, tuck, extend, and then down. Off you go. If you're finding that you're really wobbling doing this, then you can just do an alternate arm and leg extension without the tuck. Try and keep your hips pointing down to the ground. Try not to move from side to side too much. Good, well done. So to protect your shoulder joint, thumb pointing up to the ceiling, and to protect your back, foot only to bum height. One more, and then rest. Roll straight onto your back, bridge again. alternate leg. So one foot in front of the other, off you go. This should feel different on each leg. So the heel that you've got tucked into your bum, you should feel it more in your bum, and the leg that's extended a little bit more into your hamstring. One more, and change sides. Good. It's making it like I'm doing some very strange movements at the moment. I don't know if you can see that as well. Oh, I'll just keep talking to you. Just do one more. And then onto your side into plank. So if you found the modified side plank positions, that was your leg underneath you. If you found that a bit easy, then you can do this in a full side plank. But only do it if you feel you can progress. And off you go. I'm sticky in this position. I've just had Nikki Harverson get her own back on me for years of PT with a Zwift bike ride together. So my legs are a bit sore, frankly. And then roll over. So as soon as you've pushed up, start on the other side. Well done. Keep your arm moving so you're pressing above your head. Last few seconds. Hopefully if my video is sticking you can still hear me. And done. Grab your band. Step into it. So band above your knee. Exactly the same as last time. As soon as you're ready, start moving. The lower you can keep in this movement, the harder it's going to be for your bum. So if you want to really make sure your bum's working, stay low. Well done. That's good. Small movements as well. You can't bring your feet completely in together anyway because the band will fall down. Looking good. If you're unlucky enough to be using one of the heavier duty bands as well, this is going to be really unpleasant by now. Rich, how is it? Keep going. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Band off. Back onto the mat. Alternate arm and leg tucks. Hands under shoulders. Knees under hips. Make sure your core is engaged before you go, so bring your tummy up to your spine and off you go. Take your time with this. If you do it more slowly, it will challenge your core more. Looking good though, well done. Imagine you've got ropes attached to your hand and your foot, so when you extend your arm and leg, really extending. That's good, well done. 10 seconds. And done. Onto your back. Last set. Bridge again. So if you're feeling competent doing this, you can put a weight across your hips for this last set if you want to, but you don't have to. I'll just show you what I mean. Off you go. This is optional, you don't have to. Good, well done. And change legs. Good. So I hope for this last set you can really feel your bum working now. Keep going, 5 more seconds. And 2, 1, done. Roll onto your side. So either stick with that modified position or try the full side plank. So again, it's 20 seconds on each side. 3, 2, 1, off you go. If you have decided to do it in a full side plank, just watch what your hips are doing. Make sure your top hip is on top of your lower one. You'll have more pressure through your shoulder as well, so you need to make sure your elbow's underneath your shoulder joint. 2, 1, and switch sides. And go as soon as you're ready. I always find it amazing how much easier side plank is on one side than the other. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then crab walks. Grab your band. So as soon as your band's on, you can start. Well done. You'll probably find that your glutes are starting to get a little bit fatigued now. So try to resist the temptation to stand up, stay low. Well done, keep going. Looking good. 15 seconds. Oh yeah. I'm just getting comfortable bit of this now, definitely. 5 seconds. Oh my god, Julie, you've got a really, really small band on. That must be horrific. Yeah. 2, 1, done. Right, last one, alternate arm and leg tucks. So as soon as you're down and in position, you can go. Make sure your core's braced before you start. Lovely, well done, looking really good. Nice. Seconds. Almost there. So once this one's done, have a drink while I explain the next set. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. Grab a drink if you need it. So the next set, we're going to do 6 minutes. Little high intensity or higher intensity set to get your heart rate up. Make an interesting noise. We've got 3 exercises. First one is a high press up. So a table or a kitchen work surface, back of the sofa, that's kind of the ideal height. You could use a wall. If you've got nothing that's a raised surface to use, then just do it on the floor. But this is going to be for a minute each time, so you need to make it as easy as possible. So I'll just show you on my beautifully placed bar, very handy. So hands shoulder width apart, and then as you press, your arms are coming down to the sides. So not out to the side, not straight down, halfway. Making sure that you're keeping a straight line from your toes to your shoulders. So keep your bum tucked under, core engaged. That's the first one. You need to find somewhere you can do this for a full minute. Then you're going to do a sumo squat with a floor touch. So standing with your feet wide apart, keep looking straight ahead, and you're just touching the floor and standing up. Like that. This is not the point for my Wi-Fi to fail. I'll show you from the side. So you keep looking straight ahead and you're touching the floor between your toes. And then the last one is a side lunge with a push. Ideally with a weight, but you don't have to use one. So you hold the weight to your chest, lunge to the side, back to the centre and press. Out to the side, back to the centre and press. If anyone's not happy doing a side lunge, then you could just do the press straight out in front if it hurts your knees, but side lunges should be okay. Right, so it's press ups, sumo with a floor touch, side lunge press, and I'll keep talking to you. 1 minute for each exercise. We're going to move straight from one to the other, and you should have a higher heart rate at the end of this than after that first activation set. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. If you've got a surface and you start doing these press-ups, if they're a bit too challenging, then press up against a wall instead. That'll make it easier. Oh, look at you. Looking good. This is where you have to get creative. Perfect, well done. Sad not to see any Christmas trees in the background this week. Keep going. 15 seconds, and then it's the sumo with the floor touch. Keep going. Last few seconds, so get ready to change. 3, 2, 1. And stand with your feet apart, so wider apart than you would normally stand for a squat. Off you go. So touching the floor, but make sure you keep looking straight ahead when you're doing this. If you can't quite get your hands to the floor, if your hips are tight, try standing wider apart. If that's still a struggle, then just go down as low as you can. It's ideally to the floor, but if you can't make it, don't worry. That's it, well done. Yep, I can feel the heart rate going up. I might have to stop and watch you in a sec. Otherwise, you're just going to get heavy breathing. It's not very nice. 15 seconds. Well done. Keep going. Okay, get ready to change again. So you're going on to the side lunge with a push. 3, 2, 1, and grab your weight. Off you go. If you've only got something that's quite heavy, after a minute this will get challenging, so you can always put the weight down and finish with an imaginary weight. Well done. So you press once your feet are back together. As your arms get tired, it's really important to think about keeping your core braced, so don't let your back arch. Before you press this weight out in front, brace your core. Looking good, well done. "15 seconds. You should be starting to breathe a bit more deeply now. 5 seconds and it's back onto press ups. 3, 2, 1. Weight down, straight back onto press ups. If you found it too easy working on an inclined surface, then by all means do press ups on the floor if you want to. Off you go. To keep your core braced all the time, so you're pulling your tummy sort of below your tummy button, pull that in towards your spine. Just make sure you can keep breathing. Keep going. How are we doing? Perfect. 20 seconds. And then it's sumo squats again. Keep going. Looking good, well done. 10 seconds. Almost there. And 3, 2, 1. Good. Change exercise. Feet wide apart. Off you go. If you want to make it more challenging this time, speed it up a little bit. The faster you move, the more your heart rate's going to go up. Well done. Good. Keep moving. 30 seconds. After this, we've got one more of the side lunges, and then you can rest again while I tell you what the next workout is. 20 seconds. Well done. I might have to stop and just watch you for a minute. Can't talk anymore. 10 seconds. And then you can grab your weights. almost there. 3, 2, 1, grab your weight. As soon as you've got your weight, straight into the side lunge press. Off we go. Paul, it's disappointing not to see the log of wood. The log of wood, the lump of wood. Oh, we've got a new one. What's that? Is that an avocado? No. It's a marrow. Okay, that wins. That is the most inventive weight we've had. Congratulations. That beats the person using their own child. Beats the house brick and the plant pot, Katie, sorry. I know, you're going to have to work hard to beat a marrow, I'm afraid. 20 seconds. Well done, keep going. Nearly there. I'm going to stop and watch you. All right, keep going. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. Right, grab a drink. I will explain our next workout. So, we're doing a 10-minute workout. You don't have to write anything down. I'll keep reminding you what we're doing, but there is a bit of rep counting to do, I'm afraid. 5 incline press-ups. So you can either use what you've just used, the same height, or something a bit lower, or if you want to challenge yourself more, you can do a press up on the floor. So it's 5 press ups, then 10 goblet squats, 15 seconds of running on the spot. And the harder you run and the more you drive your arms, the more out of breath you'll get. So if you want to push yourself, drive your arms hard. That'll fire your heart rate up. Then we're doing 20 alternate squat thrusts, unless you're Dave, in which case you're doing 20 burpees, Dave. You asked for it. If anybody else wants to join Dave in 20 burpees, you're very welcome. Alternate squat thrusts instead are those. And if that's going to be too challenging, straight arm plank, drive your knee into your chest. If you want that modified even further, you can do it on a raised surface and just bring your knees up. Then you're going straight into 25 seconds of plank on your elbows, like that. And then you've either got the option of 30 seconds rest or 30 seconds of walking lunges. So your walking lunges can be those little ones with a toe tap, or you can do a bigger walking lunge if you've got the space. I will keep reminding you what we're doing as we go. You haven't got to remember anything, don't worry. So it's starting with 5 press-ups, then it's 10 goblet squats, 15 seconds running on the spot, 20 alternate squat thrusts or burpees, 25 second plank, and a 30-second walking lunge or rest. I will periodically invite you to unmute yourself and cheer Dave on if you'd like to as well. He gets happy birthday at the end too. All right, get ready. 10-minute workout. Starting with 5 press-ups. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go. I'm going to do bits of this, but also watch you because I've already done it once today. So it's 5 press-ups. I'm using a slightly lower surface for this. And then 10 squats. If you need to do deadlifts instead of squats, if the squats are bad for your knees, do deadlifts instead. So when you get to the 15-second run on the spot and the plank, you have to count your time, I'm afraid. So you need to be honest with how long you think 15 seconds actually is. And definitely be honest about 25 seconds of plank. Good. And then you're going from 15 seconds of running on the spot to 20 alternate squat thrusts, unless you're Dave. Okay, that's about right, I reckon. 20 alternate squat thrusts. And when you've done 20, you're straight down into plank. So when you get into plank, count your time. If you've got a watch going or a clock, obviously use that. If you're not sure at all, you can just do it at the same time as I do, but I will be standing still occasionally. And then once you've done your 25-second plank, go into walking lunges, or you can just rest. Well done. We've got more than one burpee here. Well done. So your walking lunges can be a walking lunge with a toe tap, which is gentler for knees, or you can do a full lunge knee to floor. But it's 30 seconds. After you've done that, you're straight back onto the press-ups. So once you've done 30 seconds of walking lunges, or you've rested, back round, 5 press-ups. There's no rest in this, I'm afraid, unless you decide to take it. So it's 5 press-ups, then 10 squats. Well done. So you're working at your own pace. Take it as slowly as you need to. Well done. Good. After your 10 squats, it's 15 seconds running on the spot. You don't have to copy me, you can go at your own pace. I'm keeping my running quite low key so I can carry on talking to you without heavy breathing, but I want you to run as hard as you can. Well done. After that, back to 20 alternate squat thrusts. Lovely. And then on to plank after that. Don't go by me if I think my Wi-Fi is failing a bit, so count your own reps. Do you know what? I've done so much planking. I'm going to watch you do some planking instead. That's far nicer. Well done. When you've done that, 30 seconds rest or walking lunges. Well done. Lovely, well done. Keep going. Good. Excellent, well done. So if you haven't got a timing device to use, you're just counting your time working out, try and be as accurate as you can, but as long as you do the 25 seconds plank, that's the main thing. Well done. Good, we're halfway. How are we doing, Dave? Still on burpees? I could just basically give you an hour of burpees, couldn't I? You'd be quite happy with that. For everyone else, it is no burpee January. I'm not going to set any this month at all. Well done. Back to running on the spot when you're ready. Looking good. So this has the potential to be a very challenging workout if you're really going for it. So if you are feeling a bit tired, just slow it down. Make sure you take the rest. Take the easier options. So if you want to stop doing the weighted squats, you can just do a normal squat with no weight. Good. I always want to get up off the floor after the alternate squat thrusts and not do the plank. So for the plank, make sure your shoulders are over your elbows, bum tucked under, tummy pulled up to spine. Don't clasp your hands together. Oh, talking's getting fun now. 6.5 minutes done. It's flying by. Well done. Good, looking good. Nice, well done. Lunges look nice. Remember, it's okay to rest if you need it. This week's session is a little bit harder than last week's. I want to make sure you can walk tomorrow. Two and a half minutes left. Well done. As you get tired doing these squats, make sure you keep your chest high, heels dug down. Lovely, well done. I'm going to take my jogging on the spot very gently now. It's so hard not to do heavy breathing to this microphone. Looking good. So we're into the last 2 minutes now. If you want to challenge yourself, speed up your running on the spot, get your legs moving more quickly doing the alternate squat thrusts. Well done. Maybe even do a few burpees in solidarity with Dave. I will take other birthday requests if that's what you'd like during lockdown. Minute and a half to go. Well done. Let's watch you. Looking good. Got just over a minute. If you've just done a plank, that's probably it now. You haven't got any more to do. Last minute. Good. Well done. 45 seconds left. Keep moving all the way to the end. Well done. 30 seconds. All the way, keep moving. Fifteen seconds. Last 5 seconds. Keep going. Go on, Dave, get a couple more burpees in. 3, 2, 1, done. Well done. Right, if you want to unmute yourselves for a second, everyone wish Dave happy birthday. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, press unmute. Happy birthday, Dave! Lockdown birthday. How many burpees did you just do? Did you make? You must have done that many, surely. Oh, well done. Really? So maybe you now need to do 25 seconds of plank to make up for it. No, I don't mean it. Right, I'm gonna mute you all again. There we go. Mute all. Oh, I love this option. It's just the best. Right, there we go. Okay. We're not quite done yet, as you'll know by looking at your watches. We're not quite over. Okay, we've got a core stability set to do, so I'm going to show you the exercises first of all, while you're having a bit more of a rest, and then we can do them. And I'm going to give you options, because some of these are quite challenging. So the first one is a teaser with a hand clap. We have done this before, but not for a while, so I thought I'd treat you. The easy option, clap your hands under your legs, and then clap your hands above and behind your head. So you're just moving back and forth, clapping your hands under your legs. The hard version, feet up, clapping your hands under your legs, like that. So you've got an easier version and a harder version. If your back's a bit iffy, then go for the easier version and keep your chest high. Don't let yourself hunch over. We'll start with that one. So we're going to do 30 seconds, then rest, then 30 seconds again. So get into position. Choose which way you're going to do it. If you do it the easy way for the first set and then want to go for the harder way, that's fine. All right, 3, 2, 1, off you go. So if you're doing it the harder way, you need to keep your feet off the floor all the time. And it does kick in quite quickly. Well done. It's really horrible. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then rest. So you can rest lying on your back, hugging your knees into your chest for a few seconds. Good. And then get ready. So we're doing that again, 30 seconds. If you started off with the harder one and it's too much, take the easier option. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So I did this morning with the 9:30 class, and I'm now regretting taking the harder choice. I'm just going to show you the easier option now on this, just to demonstrate how to do it. I'm not wimping out, I promise. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Right, next exercise. Again, 2 options. So the easier exercise, half straight arm plank. So you're resting on your knees, shoulders over your hand, and you're doing a hand tap. You probably know what's coming. The harder version, bear crawl. Suddenly everyone's Wi-Fi fails. Okay, so bear crawl position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and your knees low to the ground, tapping the back of your hand. Your hips will move from side to side. It's impossible to stop it completely, but I want you to limit that movement as much as possible. So keep your knees low to the ground. Try not to move from side to side too much. And again, it's 2 30-second sets for this. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So if you start on the bear crawl and it just gets too difficult, then you can go to the easier version, which I'm going to very happily demonstrate now. Can you hear my hands sticking to the mat? It's going to move round. Got sweaty hands. It's nice. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So if you want to, you can rest in child pose for a second. Whew. Yeah, I get that as well. All right, get ready. 5 seconds. Second set of these. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. And keeping your knees close to the floor on these bear crawls will stop your back from rounding. Look at you. Well done. That's good. 10 seconds. Keep going. Well done. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. And then the last one. Single leg crunches. So you're going to lie on your back, your head in your hands. You don't want to pull your chin onto your chest. You're just gently holding your head in your hands. One leg bent, and then one leg extended, like that. And your legs stay in that position, and you're going to crunch up. Imagine that you've got ropes attached to your chin and your shoulders being pulled up to the ceiling. So you don't want to crunch forward, you want to crunch up. And you'll feel this higher up in your stomach. Go to 15 seconds on each leg. So you do one leg, then you change, and other leg. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. And this is a deeply unpleasant exercise. 3, 2, 1, change legs. Off you go. If it's making your neck hurt, just support your head a little bit more. And 3, 2, 1, hug your knees into your chest. If that shouldn't make your back hurt, that exercise, but if it did, we're going to do it one more time. You can keep both knees up and crunch, or if you just found it too difficult, that's the modification for the second set. All right, get ready. We're doing one more set of those in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off you go. These are so hard. This is an exercise you'll probably know about tomorrow. 3, 2, 1, change sides, off you go. Last few seconds. 2, 1, done. Oh my God, it's really hard to breathe and do that at the same time. Okay, have a little rest. We've got one more exercise to go, and this is your choice. So, those 3 core exercises. You can either choose the one that you found most challenging and practice it again, or you can choose the one that you found easiest or that you enjoyed the most. It's entirely up to you. So you're going to choose which one you do. Either the teaser hand clap, the bear crawl tap, or the single leg crunches. I'm going to do the bear crawl again because it's the one I hate the most, so I'm going to force myself to practice. Okay, last set, 2 sets of 30 seconds, then we're done. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. I'm also going to open the window. It's really warm. There we go. So if you're doing the single leg crunches, we've just gone past halfway. Swap sides. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, rest. One more to go. Oh my word. Okay, get ready. 30 more seconds. I'll shout halfway if you're doing the crunches. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Well done. Lovely, that's really good. Keep going. Halfway. Keep going. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Done! Well done. Before we go into child pose, those exercises probably put your heart rate up because they're quite challenging. So I'm going to stand up slowly. And we're going to do a little cool down, just doing some upper body stretches. So take your arm across, keep your feet moving, let your heart rate come down while you're standing. Well done. So if you're doing this one, make sure your back's not arching, tuck your bum under as much as you can. That's it. And then change sides. Lovely, well done. Good. And then just keep your feet moving if you want to. You can stand still now if you want. Bum tucked under, one hand inside the other. Drop your chin onto your chest. Let your head drop down. Hopefully you can feel a stretch going either side of your spine. And push into your hands. And then slowly let your arms drop down and then go down onto the floor into child pose. Feet together, knees apart, and arms stretched forward. Let your forehead rest on the floor. Make sure that your heel is in contact, your heels are in contact with your bum. That's what I'll say. You can push your bum down onto your heels with your hands if you want to. Nice deep breaths. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees in together, push up into cat stretch. And then from there, tuck your toes under, push up. Keep your legs as straight as you can, try and get your heels down. And then drop down onto your knees. Right, hip flexor. So there's quite a lot of hippie exercises today, so we're going to do 2 hip flexor stretches. Take 1 foot forward, tuck your bum under and push forward. That's it. Quite a sweaty one tonight, I thought. Okay, then take the same foot out to the side a bit more. Push forward again. And then take your hands down to the floor. I'm just going to face the camera so you can see me more easily. That's it. You can push your knee up to the side if you want to. And then release, change sides. I can hear an owl hooting somewhere in the distance, that's very nice. So foot forward, tuck your bum under, push forward. There's a lot of good workout hair going on, I've got that as well. Everyone's checking their hair, you all look gorgeous, honestly. You look like you've worked hard. And then foot out to the side, push forward. And then hands down. Now is not the time for vanity. I haven't put anything on apart from pyjamas or exercise kits for the whole this year, actually. And then glute stretch. 2 options. So you can either do glute stretch from straight arm plank, so that's leg underneath you, slide down, or you can sit and wrap one leg around. So just choose the one that is the most effective for you. And if you are sitting, you can reach around. And then change sides. Lovely, well done. And then twist around if you're sitting. Good, and release. Slowly come up to stand. Standing quad stretch. Hang on to something if you need to. Pull your heel into your bum. Make sure your back's not arching. Stand up nice and tall. That's it. Good. And then change sides. Some good partner work, Katie. Don't look round. And then release. Last one. Stand with your feet hip width apart. Roll down to touch your toes. If you need to bend your legs, you can. Just let yourself drop down. Deep breath in. Exhale and let yourself drop down a bit further. Deep breath in, exhale. And the last one, deep breath in, exhale. And then just bend your knees and slowly stretch up. Arms nice and high. And you're done. Well done. Good work. Well done, Dave, you're a good sport. No one else but it's your birthday, okay? Because I will give you burpees. Well done. How